Okay, so let's talk about the future of Ochsner Fitness and fitness in general. In the best of all worlds, we get a vaccine soon.
Yeah.
Within a year, the virus is controllable.
So let's do it. Yeah.
If only, because we know that on December 31st, the virus is not going to be on a plane to LaGuardia and then going to Mars, and we never see it again.
Right.
But given that, let's assume in the best of all worlds, where do you see some of the changes that you're making now as holding on, that you're seeing changes for the better that you're going to take with you?
I think so. I think what's interesting is that, I went through Hurricane Katrina, and you just never know, what you can do until you're in one of those types of situations. And so looking at this pandemic, you never know what you can do until you're in this type of situation. And I do think it's been able to, our team and my team and Ochsner, be able to look at the way we do business just a little bit differently. And so do we think we're going to get to 100% by the end of the year capacity where we were before? The same revenues and the same reach, not if we operate the same way we did before. And so I think digital, on demand, live, streaming, fitness centers like us have to get into that business. And you're seeing that trend through independent clubs, but national chains alike. And I think that's going to be really important moving forward. The other thing I think is the safety protocols that we have today. I don't think many of those are going to go away. For quite a long time, which is great, and so it's just kind of a new way of life, whereas maybe you didn't think you could do that before the pandemic broke out. I don't know how you feel about it, but that's the way.
One example of a safety protocol is we fog. We have foggers, disinfectant foggers, and we go through all the rooms and make sure that we fog, and that's not actually sitting there wiping down each piece of equipment, but we're fogging the room so that there's this entire mist that lands on everything that is out there, and it's able to kill any type of virus. And I would assume that's probably something that we'll continue to do from a safety protocol standpoint.
I think booking has been really interesting too. The digital side where you're reaching somebody at home, which is really what Ochsner likes to do anyway, is to reach health and wellness in their home, and how you can be a digital front door for someone. But in this situation, being able to book a group exercise class, be able to book a lane to swim in, racquetball court, all digitally, I think gives some people a little bit more like, hey, you're thinking about us. And I see the capacity too, and the capacity is much lower than it was before. So I sat in a group exercise room with 60 people side by side, but now it's only 20 people, and I have appropriate distance. I think that's not going to go away, and I think
that's actually a good thing.
It's a great thing.
Crowds in gyms and fitness centers tend to make the crowds go away because it's too many people.
Yeah, absolutely.
One thing that we also we worked on very quickly once we were shut down was actually we were in the process of having an app for our gym to be able to book, to be able to do different things. But what we did probably from the day we saw this coming and the day we closed is we quickly developed a team of individuals where we took that app and we quickly made it into a virtual digital platform for exercise. And so very quickly we got cameras, we outfitted this studio that we're in right here. We picked out different exercise instructors and even used ourselves because we were limited on who we could use, and we kind of got back in the saddle and started teaching classes and quickly learned how to use the camera and to get those classes onto our app so that our members could stay engaged with us at home. And then we even took it a step further and figured out how to do live classes from Facebook that were downloadable to our app so we could continue to engage with them that way.
Yeah, that's huge. Humans are social creatures, and you tell people you have to stay home or you limit your exposure to other people. Even though it's virtual, it's still other people that are actively engaged with you in real time.
Yeah, we actually gave that to Ochsner Health employees as well. So not only members, but the Ochsner employees. And before we reopened and gave it to all of our members and gave them their own account on the FitLab app, we had over 3,000 downloads of this app within just a couple of weeks of us standing it up, which was phenomenal. So you knew people were out there looking for that content. They were looking for a way to be able to work out and stay healthy. And the great thing about that is we got the virtual platform up in 30 days, and within the next week or so, we turned it into a booking reservation and a system that you can come in and infiltrate into the club. And you'll see a lot of fitness centers across the country, wellness centers, doing the same types of things. And that's just a new way to do business.
And you plan to keep that as well,
oh, yeah,
too.
absolutely. You can do it today.
I think that's huge, because there are some days where it's like, I just don't feel like driving to the gym, but if you can, click on the TV or, get the YouTube up and watch a video or a class or something online, you can work out right at home and not miss a beat.
Well, currently we have 4 physical brick and mortar clubs, but we have a 5th club, which is our virtual club. And so when you go on the app, you can pick from one of 5 clubs, which one of them is a virtual club. And so it makes it really easy for people to be able to do.
What about your seniors? You had mentioned seniors. You have a big senior organization here with the different activities. There are a lot that are not that computer savvy or don't have the computer equipment.
Right.
How do they tie into that? For example, an appointment. How would a senior make can they call up?
Yeah, so what we've done in phase 1 for seniors, so we have a large senior population. We have great population health within Ochsner Health System and that organization. We've gotten guidance from them as well within our organization. And we've chose to pause our events and classes for our senior population because they are at highest risk. And so at that 25% capacity, we are encouraging them to continue to stay at home and work out from there. If they do want to come in here, they can still make a reservation for a workout or a group exercise class. But we are recommending everyone wear a mask, and we would definitely recommend them to wear a mask. But what we have done in that particular situation, on our FitLab app, on our virtual app, there is a specific spot just for seniors. And those workouts that they were getting here on the club, you can now get them on our platform. We've also done a Facebook Live series, and not only fitness, but we've done other health and wellness tips, which is what we used to do here.
We even did a how to work Facebook show.
Oh,
We even have done tutorials on, like, we understand that this may be something that's a little bit, hard to understand or something new. Maybe not hard to understand, but something new for you.
Right.
And so we've given really easy access to be able to watch different videos, to be able to learn how to do it.
And they're learning from our staff, the ones that they're familiar with. So the ones that used to do those classes and those things are the ones that are stars of that program, so that they can still stay connected. And we have several contracts with insurance providers to help those seniors, and you'd be surprised how willing that they are to be able to help in that process, advertise in that process, and motivate those seniors to be able to get that digital content, which has been really great.
And given the employees that they see every day, that it's almost a family, and the only thing that's changed is the location. Instead of being here, they're at their home. So again, they won't miss a beat.
Right, absolutely. And we've heard from family members, and we've had family members call in about their their parent that comes here every day, and like, where are they going to go, and so we've given them those options to be able to be a part of us still. And at some point, we're going to encourage them to come back when the CDC and the Ochsner Health and the state and local officials want them to be able to come back into this type of setting. But in the meantime, we're just going to try to reach them at home. We're going to try to educate them on the technology. I have parents that are 70 years old, and I'm actually amazed at some of the technology that they know, and they do a really good job with that. And I think that most of them are willing to try to learn it. You always have those few that we've run into, some that don't have an email, don't have a phone, just still, that's it. And so they just show up to the club, and we're like, we just try to help them as much as we possibly can.
So tell us about O-Bar. What's that?
So the O-Bar it's a bar, but it's not your typical bar. It's the Ochsner Bar, and we have these across the system. And this is a place, we have one here in the fitness center. We also have one at our main campus hospital and at several other areas where we have an Ochsner presence. And it is a bar that you can actually come up to, and you can work with a tech-savvy individual on wearable fitness and wellness technology. So we've got your Fitbit, we've got your Apple Watch. We have a digital scale. It's an eye health scale that you actually can stand on at your house. It can give you your BMI, your weight directly to your phone, and then from your phone, it directly loads into our My Ochsner chart that your physician can see.
Oh.
Yeah.
We can do blood pressure. We have the blood pressure cup that digitally reads. So the O-Bar is this place where you can go and you can kind of tap into the digital world. We can train you, and the O-Bar is open right now. So if someone is struggling with maybe understanding some of the new digital technology that we've implemented here with the app, or some of the digital technology that we've had before COVID, such as the eye health scale or the blood pressure thermometer, you can come in and visit an O-Bar. We actually have it stocked with iPads where you can kind of learn how to navigate and use the different tools.
Telehealth is huge. I mean, obviously, when this pandemic broke out, telehealth was a thing, but it is much bigger of a thing now. It's almost like when Hurricane Katrina, texting was there, but texting became the thing right after that.
It was huge, yeah.
And so telehealth, like I have family members that have used telehealth through Ochsner and through, we know that those visits have gone through the roof, and that is another way, and that was always the way that Ochsner O-Bars were able to connect with people. And it's just been really great to see those bars to open back up and be within our system, and we have one right here and Ochsner Fitness Center here at Elmwood as well. So
especially
really
if they need guidance on, hey, look, this is what my blood pressure was yesterday. This is what it was today. It's in closer to real time as opposed to I have to wait for another month before I go to the doctor. And so
and you can buy the Title Healthcare Kit through O-Bar as well, and they'll set it up for you, or they'll help you set it up, and you can take it home with you. So all the things that Noel was talking about, whether it be a thermometer, or a blood pressure cuff, or anything else, you'll be able to connect with your doctor immediately through that. So yeah, it's really great.
Now, getting back to the seniors for a second, there are, you guys do have plans, well, not you, but there are some health insurance companies that provide for memberships for seniors.
Yeah, so population health is really big for us, and so the senior population is huge, and so we have our relationships with Humana through the Silver Sneakers program, as well as People's Health through their program, and other insurance providers that allow the Medicare Advantage program. So if you're a member of the Medicare Advantage program through those insurance providers, that you would get a membership through Ochsner Fitness Center. And so those relationships have stayed intact, and we've been in close contact with them, and they were a big part of the kind of the digital push and content providing for all of our seniors that are part of our membership base here and throughout the country, in fact. So that's been really instrumental for our team here to be able to be in contact with them. So,
and to wrap it up a little bit, in the reopening, since you guys have already reopened, talk to us about the social distancing that you have in place for the cardio machines. If you have rows of treadmills or elliptical machines, and as well as the free weight room. How does that set up?
So we have, for example, our cardio room, it's stacked wall to wall with over 100 pieces of fitness equipment, but we will be going in there the day before we open, and we'll be, we can't socially distance the equipment because we've maximized how much equipment we can fit into that space, but what we are going to do is we're going to shut down every other machine. And then with our booking reservation, we'll have it set to where we'll only be able to allow a certain amount of people up there. That way we don't have too many people up there that can't fit on all the machines.
Right.
And we do the same thing in our weight room too. We have the equipment spread out, and then we also know that at any given moment we can allow 30 people into this weight room floor.
That was my question.
And that will allow them to be on every other piece of equipment. And so by booking, using the app and using the booking reservation, it makes us allowed to only allot a certain amount of people into the room where they're able to maintain social distancing by keeping one piece of equipment apart from one another.
And I'm sure your members are courteous as well. If they need a piece of equipment and someone's on it, they could say, okay, I'll just go to something else.
Right. Yeah, you definitely see that more now. I mean, obviously everybody was courteous before, but definitely more mindful and more courteous today. In these times, and I think that will continue on. I think that will be the new culture of the club and the fitness centers across the country for sure.
Okay.
I do know one thing to note that I think is super exciting is, we've talked about this earlier when we first started talking, is do you think that your membership base is going to come back? And I feel really confident looking at what we're about to unveil.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't want to come back?
Right.
I mean, we're not reopening and going back to what we used to have. We're reopening, and we are, it's like Christmas here.
Yeah,
it's a brand new facility. It's gorgeous.
There's going to be some huge surprises for people who have not been here in a while.
Buzz.
I mean, I haven't been here in a while, and I'm stunned. It's like an entirely different place.
Yeah, absolutely. We not only here, but the pool deck, the locker rooms have all had huge construction projects in each one of them, and we're just really excited for everybody to come back, as soon as possible.
So where can people who, your current members and new members maybe, where can they find you on social media, your website? Tell us about that.
Social media,
Ochsner Fitness Center on Facebook, and then Ochsner Fitness Center on Instagram as well. So you can find both of our social media platforms on there. You can always just come in for a tour. If Facebook or social media isn't your thing, you can come in for a tour. Pick up the phones. It's very easy to find our phone number online. But yeah, come in, free tours for anybody that's interested. We can talk to you about it on the phone. We can do a virtual tour with you if that's maybe something that you feel more
If they're not
comfortable
comfortable
doing.
yet coming in.
Exactly. We're here to accommodate, and we're here to make sure that if you want to come in and you want to be a member for the bricks and mortar reason, we're here, we're ready to invite you in, and we have all the protocols set in place for you to be able to get a safe fitness regimen here. But if you're not welcome, or you're not ready, if you're not ready to come back into the physical gym, let's get you a membership, and let's give you access to our virtual platform or our virtual fitness center as well.
Like I said, you have things for children all the way through, from 9 months to 90.
Yes.
Yep.
90 years old.
Yep.
or beyond.
Or beyond.
That's right, beyond.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, let's go. That's
Yes.
right. Yeah, 100 is the new 70.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
well, thank you,
Yeah,
Noel.
thank you guys for being
Wayne, so
here.
much
Yeah.
for letting us come and chat, and we wish you the very best, and we look forward to when we can get even more than 25% of the building.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Same here. Thank you.
And that'll do it. And we'll see you next time on Mission Fitness. See you later.